All right, people, check it out. Do you remember that YouTube video I just did when we're out cutting the logs and showing you the figure when we take the bark off the trees? You see the blister and the curl? Okay. Do a little walk around. Okay. Remember I told you the figure was about right here all the way around? Okay. And we decided to flat saw this tree. That was a good idea. Look at that figure. Look at that. Goes all the way across. Okay. This has got beautiful color in it, man. Beautiful stuff. Now come over here. Same tree. High figure. All through and through. So, but if we had quarter saw this tree, see the lines, the blister? I'll take you over here and show you a couple more. Okay. Where are we looking? Okay, here's the same tree. See the lines? The curl? It's got some cool spalting going on. See down there? See the lines? All the curl right there. Okay, we have more from that same tree. Okay. Right down in there. All right, so we are now cutting these open, and trees like this, these cants, are gonna net some really, really beautiful stuff. Yeah. See down there? Look at that. Okay. But I'm telling you guys, I know everyone wants quarter sawn wood, but some of these flat sawn curled. This is the other thing too. This is the part that I want to explain to people. If you have ever wondered, right? So if you bought curly maple lumber or even billet blocks, right? Where you have a block, it's flat sawn, and it has curl on the edges, but it seems to disappear right here. That is a product of the depth of curl. What I mean by that is, if your curl only goes this deep in the tree, well, we don't sell round products. We sell perfect rectangles and squares. So what happens is you cut into this and you cut in past through where the figure goes. So you have fade right in here. That's why it's strong, because you have to square this off. And we know the figure's strong here and here, but it's not strong here. So if you've ever got a board or a billet block where it's got strong figure on the sides, but it's kind of weak in the center, that's why. So now we've kind of squared these things off, right? So I can read the figure. And we were right, these things have a ton of figure, ton of color and all that. I'm gonna bring you out in the light here in a second. Yeah, it's tough to tell here in this light, okay? Now come on out here, and I'm gonna get to my point here in a second on a couple things. And so when there isn't a ton of figure, I should say there's a lot of figure, but it doesn't go as deep as I'd like it to, this is where we have to be really careful, okay? These are wide. These are like 16 inches wide, okay? And remember I was just saying moments ago, so here's your tree. It's round, but we have to cut this face to get our 7, 8, 9, 10 inches wide. And from there, we create the billet block, okay? So now if you have figure that only goes around like this, what I'm worried about is right here. What I'm worried about is right there, and right there. Because you'll get fade in that center. It'll be strong out here towards the bark, but as you get in towards, see a strong figure on the sides? Strong, look at the center. Not much figure, okay? I mean, this thing is absolutely, and even at this point, it's tough to show you, but same here. So what I did was we cut these just like this. And so when we pull this one back, sorry, I gotta do this one hand. You look at it, And it's got phenomenal figure right here and right here. But there's that heartwood and heading towards the pith where there's fade. So what I did was, we took those off. We're gonna bring this inside to the Tanowitz, and we're gonna cut a flat sawn billet because I know this figure right here. And this figure right here. Not much right here. So this will be discarded as firewood, and I'll get flat sawn, but it'll be all figured all the way through the new face. Okay, so hopefully that helps you guys understand. So when you see those boards that have, you know, fade in the center, that's why. So guys like me, if I can control it, if so, a block like this, when we cut that cookie in the end, we break it and we look at that figure and we see how deep it goes, that determines whether that's a sawmill log, which means we put it up on sawmill and cut it and run it, or it's a chainsaw log. Because if you take this log and you throw it up on the mill, your top, or whatever direction, so let's say this was laying down on the mill, your top board and your bottom board, flat sawn, will have a figure. But every consecutive cut as you head towards the center pith, towards the heart, either direction, it disappears right here, all throughout here and right here, and then the figure reappears on the sides. So you end up with boards that have figure only on the sides, with a taper too. So for me, it's just not, you know, there's nothing wrong with it. That's nice, but in the guitar parts world, people want figure all the way across 7, 8, 9, 10 inches in width, okay? And it makes for a great book match. When you have figure on the sides and nothing in the center, it does not make for a good book match, because you'll inherently put the strongest figure in the center of the book match, and then you have fade all on the sides. So it'll be reversed. You'll take the part that has figure and you'll turn it, cut it, book match it, but then you'll have all the fade on the sides. Okay, hopefully that helped, guys.